One.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for session 4 of Outrunners, a Starscape actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. To find all the sessions of this game, visit happyjacks.org/Starscape, and to find all of the shows in the Happy Jacks Network, you can visit happyjacks.org. My name is Kimi, she, her. I am the GM of this cozy yet wildly weird outer space campaign, and also the writer of this TTRPG system. If you want to find out more about it, go to goldenlassogames.com/Starscape. And we're going to start at this end of the table since we started over here last week. So,
Hi, I'm CADave. I'll be playing Lawrence Benson, the most normal, trying to not look like he's a terrible alien guy that you can meet. Totally friendly until he's hungry enough. Oh, and we're both he, him.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Jay, he, him, and I'm playing Lieutenant Jonas P. Hurley, the hotshot of the crew, and apparently the not very intimidating human. Pop the collar.
Don't let Rode bully him. Rode doesn't know what he's talking about. Hi, everyone. I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I am back playing Rode Theolus, the civilian who uses he, him pronouns and doesn't know what intimidating actually looks like because he lives in a bubble.
That is fair. Hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Nolvath, the very alien, an accidental crab parent.
true story.
True story.
All right. So, last time on Starscape, a lot of stuff happened.
So many things.
Yes. So, we were in jump space with our I guess they're customers
First
slash
clients,
passengers slash
Blackmail
Business.
victims.
Now business partners.
Business partners, yeah.
they're many things to us. And Rode did an amazing presentation slash intimidation shakedown.
It was a shakedown.
Yeah, it was a shakedown. But very nice shakedown with good drinks.
Yeah.
An elegant shape.
Good is a generous term for
Yeah,
those
that's
drinks.
true. That's true. But also a beautiful view. They were very excited about the view.
Found drinks.
Yes, found drinks. So you came to an agreement with them about the profits that will come from the world that they are going to be planting the trees on, hypothetically. And so we'll see how that all goes.
6%.
Yeah, 6%. Also, while searching the ship for, let's start over here first. While searching the ship for the 50 other life forms and 7 species that was randomly told to you by the customs agent at the jump gate, you found some. Your large colony ship has many cryopods in it. You did find some that were still operational and did still have some alive beings in them. How long they've been there, you have no idea.
Frozen friends.
But yeah, frozen friends. So you didn't do anything to touch them because you have no idea whether they're still viable outside the pod, if the pods are any of that stuff. But you're still gonna look into that. They're like a purplish color, like a deep purplish color. They look like they have some sort of exoskeleton. And you didn't quite get to see what their head looks like. While that was happening, our amazing hotshot went looking for alcohol and stumbled upon this room that had these specialized high-tech cabinets, and pried one open and found an egg. Totally normal. So you took it out, Jonas, and between all of you helping, you managed to get it to hatch.
Onto my duvet.
Yes, into your duvet.
And to
And
keep it warm.
yes, and out popped a little hermit crab thing about the height of 10 inches, the height of a water bottle. Yes, and it was named Tuvok.
Tuvok is from Star Trek.
Yeah, it is. Tavrock. Tavrock is I was touching the touchstones of the system. Tavrock, which meant small one, and it communicates with you through these phosphorescent glowing light things all over its shell. It's a light lavender color. It does actually have a symbiotic relationship with the trees you found that are in your giant forest storage area and climbs the trees, and it like made a shell out of some of the seed pods that were there. So it obviously is like meant to be here. And there's many other of these eggs in there. You haven't done anything with them yet. And it smells just amazing to Lawrence. Like just the most yummy, yummy morsel. And he's done a really good job of not eating.
So far,
Yeah. Tavrock yet.
everybody else goes to sleep.
Just the egg and dip.
Yeah, you did eat the egg
I
once
did.
it hatched. Yes.
Chips and dip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I forget anything?
No.
I think that was about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was all, yeah.
Yeah. There were some questions about whether like what Tavrock and these little like hermit crabs like do they become like the species that you found in the cryopod? Are they some sort of food source for the beings in the cryopod? Are they like there's all these things you kind of mentioned a couple things last time, so you're still not sure. Okay.
But it's definitely showing above animal intelligence.
It has like some vocabulary that you figured out with it, Nolvath.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to tell right now. Like,
Yeah. Very smart critter,
yeah,
toddler.
like
Mhm.
hard to tell.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So you're not sure
Smartest
if it.
bears, dumbest humans.
Yeah, right. If it continues to gain intelligence, if it like progresses as it like starts to grow up or get older or whatever it does, then yes.
Sure.
If it continues to grow and stays this intelligent, then it's probably like a really smart dog or a parrot or something. So far, it's hard to tell. All right. So we're going to start this session with, we've been traveling through jump space through this time. It's been like 3 days since you got through the checkpoint and into the jump portal that you left from. So we're going to start this session with just you enter the jump gate, which is actually pretty far away from the planet you're aiming for, because the planet is backwater. Like it's no one goes there. So the closest jump gate is probably a ways out, like farther than you'd be used to when you're doing jumps like this. So you probably have a few days travel from the jump gate to this planet.
Okay.
Because nobody ever goes there for anything. And we wanted to start with you,
Uh-huh.
Lawrence. You had something that you wanted to do.
Yes, I need to make a call.
Okay.
So we had talked about installing a monitor or maybe business mentor / observer to watch our interests in this tree grow and flourish. So I thought I would see if I have some contact that might be able to help with that situation.
Okay.
Because, undercover espionage work and high-end corporate management are very closely connected.
Totally.
I mean,
Seems legit.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a power from my outsider character that I chose, the Frenemies ability. So I have powerful people that I know that I can try and seek a favor from.
Okay.
So I'm going to make my roll and see how it goes.
Do it.
Lucky. All right. Okay. 6, 7, 8. I got an 8.
Okay.
So on a 7 and 9, they'll help, but they'll make it clear that I will owe them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who is this person that you're contacting?
In my head, I kind of have the picture of Badger from Firefly.
Okay.
Like he's sort of just a everything dealer that
With some
is
muscle.
always looking to make some money and always looking for an opportunity. So I'm like, 1% of a planet is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
This could be beneficial to both of us, kind of thing. If you get some of your guys out here to help and that kind of thing, then you
Okay.
can earn, that kind of a deal. So
Cool. Okay. So their name is going to be Eritrin.
Okay.
Eritrin Terry. And they are like a mid-level kind of crime boss in a certain sector. Definitely not someone you generally cross. You are probably a little bit immune to that level of fear because you travel so much. People who are kind of stuck in that system, Adrian really has a lot more influence and persuasion with them because they can be hurt more easily. Now, you've had a little bit of an on/off relationship or a good relationship with them, and they probably fear you a little bit because of where your people are from and because of the mystery with your people. And they probably, being in kind of the underworld, know a few more of the secrets about how terrible and terrifying your species is that isn't available to the wider population. So they're just a little more informed, and so make a little bit wiser decisions when it comes to you. And you reach out and go ahead and let's make your offer. Are you sending them a message, or do you want to have an actual conversation with them?
Well, I think this is important enough to try and get them on the phone or on the communicator.
Okay. So you absolutely can do that. Once you hit, you finish your jump.
Yeah.
Then you're able to do communications.
Sure. So that's what I was waiting for. But I'm going to use the hidden radio setup that I have.
Yep.
So that I'm not necessarily advertising this person to the whole crew and the guests and all of that. So I think it's probably like I cut into the bulkhead in the back of the little the head attached to my cabin.
Okay.
So like there's a part where I can pull apart the paneling and step back into a little darkened hallway so the camera could just get like the red light of maintenance area as I can talk to somebody. And I'd make the call, and the offer I'm making is legit. Like I'm not trying to hold back anything. I'm like, hey, I've got an opportunity. It can get you to spread to a wider part of space.
Yeah.
And it can make you a lot of money, but it's going to need a little tending for a while.
Like tending, like a baby? Like, what is it?
Well, and I forgot the voice again. It's like growing a business, but literally. So you know about, and I forget the name of the previous planet.
Oh, Schizo.
Schizo.
Right. The tree place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of the youngsters from their planet that have stolen some seeds and a tree.
Like the big tree?
Well, it's a sapling, a young tree.
Oh, okay. So it's
And
manageable.
They've found a planet that is perfect to keep growing these trees. And they want to set up a different environment. And they want to set up their own business.
And you want to take over this planet?
We've negotiated with them
Okay.
that we're going to get a percent. And I want to give you a percent to send some of your guys to make sure everything stays hunky-dory.
So, like, muscle to keep these kiddos in line.
Less muscle and more a really good accountant.
Oh. Okay. I can do that. I mean, accountants are generally more expensive and harder to replace. So, how much were you talking about percentage?
Well, a percent of their planet's production as they get off the ground.
The entire planet's production. 1% of the entire planet's production.
It's 1% of one of the 5 trees. And all of its offspring and its line.
I see. So what you're saying is like literally growing the business, they have to grow the freaking trees.
Yeah. And they know how to do that. They're the tree guys.
Okay.
But they're not necessarily the great business guys.
Oh, I see. So we go in and we give our special knowledge and our expertise in the situation.
And you and your guys get a percent. and you get a friendly planet to spend some time on if you need, or to tuck somebody or something away that's way out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see this. So for an accountant and a couple goons, and we get a whole percentage of a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Seems worthwhile, especially what you're saying about having a place that we could, like, have some people go on vacation if needed.
Trust me, it's out of the way.
Oh, all right. Well, very good. Yeah, this sounds good. What's the name of this planet? Last two.
Class 2?
Last two.
Last 2.
Oh, okay.
I can send you the information on
Yeah,
that.
I never heard of it, but
Neither had I
if
until we
it's
got here.
Far away, that makes sense. I wouldn't know. Very good then. Yes, send me the information. I will consider. But just thinking on this, it seems a good proposal. But I'm still doing a favor for you. You know.
I know.
I mean, 1% and all. I feel like at some point, like I'm scratching your back in this particular situation. At some point, I'll need you to scratch my back.
You know you can call me.
Yeah, I would like a little bit more than that if you can. And if you would send me a promissory note saying that you owe me one, I think that would make us, I think, even in this situation. So I have something in writing.
Oh. I'll send you something. Or do you want me to leave it here with the tourists?
Oh, no. Please send it. I'm not going there. My accountants, yeah.
All right.
But I myself will not go to this Blackwater planet until there's at least like some sort of money forest happening there.
I agree. I don't intend to return anytime soon myself.
Yeah,
But I'll put together a package and send it to you.
that would be much appreciated.
As soon as we get to a place that's civilized enough to have a courier.
Ah, well, that might be a while. But yes, I trust you to make it right when the time comes. You know, your name means something, and you probably want it to continue to mean something.
You're right.
All right, well, good planting, my friend, and I look forward to getting your package. Not that bad, but you know your other package.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes, thanks.
Thanks, Kimmy.
It's like I was like taking a drink.
Yeah.
The time to just perfect.
Time to let it go.
Well-timed.
So yes, be well, my friends. The trees grow and leaves and stuff, and have fun. Don't forget to leave the planet. What would you
What
know?
a delight,
Yeah.
as always.
Yes, yeah. All right.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah, goodbye. Click.
I love this guy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What are other people doing right now? So since you dropped from Jump, your passengers have definitely felt that. They're very excited. They're probably not hanging out in their cabin patiently.
Bird's trying to
I did
corral them. Oh,
have a note to do personal directive.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Does anybody have one from
Yeah,
last
I did.
time that
So personal directives are actually supposed to happen at the end of the session, but we were running late last time, and we were very excited about what was happening and our new little crab friends. So we decided to hold off and just do it at the beginning of this session. So technically, this should happen before you start role playing the next session, but that's okay. Personal directives are they're just like an extra little thing where each PC has a goal that they write in. And that's like some sort of interaction that they want to have with another PC. It has to be another PC, and it can be something really silly like, I want to buy them a soda pop and have like a little soda pop date. Or it can be like, I want to talk to them about how they betrayed me. Or I think these two would make a cute couple. I want to try and like spend time with them to try and push them together. Or so-and-so's hair looks bad. I want to make sure that I help them style it.
yeah, Lawrence, come on, man.
Like, literally anything.
Lawrence makeover episode.
Oh, terrifying, actually.
Yes. So really anything to like help stir up that character to character drama, and just fun and interaction. So generally you set them at the end of a session, and then they carry over to the next session. And then at the end of the session, you see if they're resolved or not. So let's go through and we made them for our first thing.
I had one for last session.
Okay. What was yours for last session, as an example?
Talk to Nolvath about the megafauna on their homeworld.
Which I
did.
did. So good job. So when you actually do it, you earn a... What does it say?
Experience point.
Yes.
Or a few other things, but the other things I didn't need. It was
Okay.
like
You get to choose.
remove a status, gain a trust, or add an experience point. Add an experience point, which actually got me to my first advancement.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Who had another one that they would like to talk about?
I wanted to try and connect about being social with food and that whole deal.
That's
was
right.
The
And do
thing I
you
was
feel
trying
like,
to do. Yeah.
yeah, you totally met your goal. Very awkwardly, but you did it.
Right.
You ate by yourself. You ate with others. You shared a, I guess, hors d'oeuvre.
But yeah, just the idea of like using food time as a social tool was weird and foreign. So
Yeah,
that's the
That makes
angle I
sense.
was.
Cute.
And I'll also take an experience.
Perfect. Did you have one last time?
No, not
Okay.
last time.
Okay.
I'm
So you'll set one for
keeping
this
one in
time?
my pocket.
Okay, cool.
I also forgot to set one for
That's
last
okay.
time, but I did for this time, so we'll see if it happens.
Amazing. All right, so everyone has made new ones for this. You can keep them a secret, or you can share them, or whatever. But for today, let's just kind of keep our cards close to our chest and just see hands, whatever it is, things. I'm good with.
You did great.
sayings. Okay, great. Okay, thank you for that note. I appreciate you remembering. I'm always a little excited and nervous and forget things. Cool.
That's why I write them down, because so do I.
I mean, I wrote the system. I should probably remember, but whatever. It's fine. All right. Continuing on. So yes, your passengers are very excited. They felt them. This has been their first jump. So Ingram and their two friends, their wing friends, come rushing out of their room when they feel it come out of jump, and they probably rush to wherever they would think of that had windows.
The thing is, they've been to a place that has windows, and Road is going to intercept.
Okay.
Does not want them to bother Jonas while we were actually doing important ship things.
Yes. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And has pretty much just been on nanny duty.
It's been a lot.
Yeah, and he put himself on nanny duty, so he's just decided to intervene, knowing that they would probably come careening through in their floaty way, and just kind of be like, "Oh, wonderful, you're all here now."
Yes, we heard, or we felt the lurch. That I think that means that we are not in jump space anymore.
Yes, so with that, we do need to go through a checklist of all of the things that it will require for you to disembark.
I see, and we should be at the planet quite soon. Yes.
I believe so. Has no idea.
No.
So with that, we need to go over all of your cargo, how we're going to be storing it, all of your things in your suite, all of the many pieces to make sure that when you disembark, you have everything you need.
Oh yes. This is very important. I see. So someone will be cataloging our luggage for us.
You're going to be coming with me, actually.
Oh, all right. Yes. Okay.
No manual labor involved.
Oh,
just a checklist.
Oh, of course. Yes.
And he's just going to bureaucracy them to death.
Okay. They're going along with it and excited to do so. And excited for their impending landing, which they don't realize is probably going to be in a day or two.
Yeah.
Very good. Jonas, what are you up to?
I'm on the bridge, and I'm just taking long range scans, kind of looking ahead and making sure that there's nothing unexpected between us and last two. And if I can, if it's within the capacity of the ship, I'd like to do some readings on the planet, make sure there are no weird gravimetric anomalies that'll drag us down, drag our ship down, or scramble our sensors or anything like that.
Yeah.
And at this point, I know that we've got a couple of days, right? So I'm actually in landing mode, and maintenance mode, and I'm doing rounds on the ship to make sure everything is, ship shape. I'm gonna run a check on our landing shuttle to make sure that that's capable of handling whatever atmosphere there is.
Then you will run into the gaggle, because that is where Road.
Oh well, no, not yet. If I hear the voices, I'm gonna do a quick heel turn and spin myself around and not, not be in there. Yeah, not be part of that.
Yeah. As you're scanning the system, this is, I mean, again, like there's nothing out here. Like the fact that this jump gate is here is practically a miracle. Like there's a couple small like asteroid mining things nearby, which kind of most of them have been like abandoned for a long time, which is the only reason there's a jump gate here. But this sector has not been cleared at all. Generally, when a sector is like very busy, they'll come through and they'll clear it of like asteroids that are just floating around. Like if there's an asteroid belt, they'll generally leave that because there's some sort of predictability with that. But a lot of just the floating debris that you have in space gets cleared out because it's dangerous for ships and things like that. So for traffic reasons, that has not been done here.
Oof,
so there's just like junk floating everywhere, and most of it's like regular space stuff. None of it is reading as like hostile, but it's just like a whole bunch of like rocks that you have to be really careful of, and it's just annoying, honestly.
Okay, is it the kind of thing where every once in a while I actually have to arm the
Yeah, you'd have to pay attention, but it's like if you're on a long drive and it's just enough that you have to pay attention enough to like be annoyed about it.
Yeah.
So it's not actually a challenge for you in any way.
Yeah.
It's just like, crap, I can't go take a nap, and I'm also not having fun or being challenged.
Yeah.
Flowing down over cow gates.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like, it's just difficult enough you can't put cruise control on, and like you're just like, okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in for like many hours of like tedious slight adjustments to avoid like asteroids and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of keeping me from doing some of the other stuff on the ship that I need to do too, like some of the other checks.
Literally any fun thing you'd ever want to do is being kept from. I mean, you can do other checks a lot on the dashboard and stuff like that. But again, like if you wanted to go find a drink or something like that, like you can't really do that.
Okay, all right.
Literally the most annoying situation you could probably happen in this.
And we're super helpful.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to make sure that you all know that. I'm going to send a message on our little communicators and say, hey, everybody, just to let you know, the miners that left this system made a complete mess of the place, and there are asteroids and other debris floating around. I'm going to be confined to the bridge for a little bit, making sure nothing crashes into our ship.
I'll be sure to bring by a token of my gratitude later.
That'd be much appreciated. Looks like we've got maybe about another day and a half before we reach last two. I'm going to try to squeeze it in, like, once we get close to the planet, I don't think there's going to be as much to worry about. So I'm going to try to squeeze in my checks as we get ready to drop off our visitors.
Don't you need to sleep?
If I play my cards right, I might be able to take a nap between bouts.
If you need assistance, Jonas, we can help. We could take over some of the checks.
Do I have confidence in
No.
your
That's
knowledge?
a great question.
I'm gonna say.
I have a 5 in trust.
I'll say. You know what? Yeah, if you don't all mind coming over here, I can certainly at least give you a primer.
I'll have to come by later. I'm a little occupied, and you can probably hear in the background of the recording.
Shattering.
Yeah.
You just hear this, and you know that I gave my thing like finger guns.
Amazing.
Humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll say, if Nolvath and Lawrence, if either of you want to come and join me up here, I can at least give you a checklist or something, make sure that our drop-off is as smooth as it could possibly be.
Absolutely. I shall be there shortly.
Yeah. You're not reading any like anomalous things of the planet.
Okay.
It seems fairly normal. It's got like 3 moons.
Oh.
Yeah.
How far is the nearest mining facility?
It's much closer. It seems like the mining facilities are like within an hour or two. Like most of them, like it seems like the jump gate was put there for convenience to those.
Okay.
And then like Lestu's like way past that. So the mining facilities are ignored Lestu. Like they just kind of had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So those seem to be on these massive. There are a few massive asteroids, and that seems to be where the now defunct mining. They were companies. It wasn't like a colony of people living there. It was literally like a company came in, put a thing there, mined everything they needed, and then like left.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna kind of keep that in mind because you never know what interesting things you're gonna find in remnant spaces.
Yeah.
Sounds like my people. My people would have done that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Nolvath,
Yes.
what are you and your new friend doing?
Well, now we're making our way to the bridge.
Okay.
But we were told not to let anyone see Crab Friend, so we're going through the maintenance tunnels,
God.
which is also where we hid the cargo full of seeds. If no one reminded us to go get that.
Excellent. And you're the only one who knows about this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And also,
They told
Tavrock
me to
knows.
put it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I made like a xenomorph and went into the parts of the ship nobody goes in.
Tavrock loves this. Like anything that seems like underground, like they seem like very happy and they're like crawling around the outside and like as you're crawling through the tunnels, they're crawling with you and like very, very happy. They've completely solidified at this point.
Oh, good.
So their exoskeleton is no longer soft, so they're like a little bit more of a deeper purple, but not
Cool.
super dark yet. It's still like a very like a lavenderish,
Cute.
but definitely not like soft. And you can hear their little like their little like crabby like tick, 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 as they crawl on like hard surfaces.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Road probably hears like creepy noises from the ceiling at one point and is like, "Ugh." But it's just Nolvath and Tavrock.
Yeah.
Gotta look at that air exchanger again.
Yeah. You're heading for the bridge?
Yes.
I want to say I'm still not used to Tavrock being around, so I start hearing the ting 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 in one of the ducts, and I get up slowly and I get right up to the I get right up to the duct to like listen to what it is and try to figure out what it is that I need to fix.
Yeah.
The two of us fall out of the ceiling.
Oh my god! You know,
I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna say like both Tavrock's eyes pop out first, like looking at you, and then they pull them back in, and then they both kind of fall out.
okay, all right. I kind of fall on my keister.
Like a controlled, like,
Yeah.
tumble out and like, hello.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. Nolvath, listen. You know that there are corridors around here, right?
Well, yes, but we can't have the visitors seeing Tavrock.
Oh. Well, yeah. I suppose we can. Speaking of which, they are all occupied right now.
We believe they're with Road.
All right. Okay. Well, Road can keep them plenty busy. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining me up here. It's been kind of a lonely past couple of hours,
Yes, I would assume so.
and plenty boring. I would not subject any of you all to this that I'd have to do right now.
We also do not know how to drive the ship.
Fair. Let's see. How are you at checking? Hold on for a second. Let me think about this one.
There's
There's
the
a cheat
technical-
sheet.
Oh, that's right. There is. Yeah. Good point.
Because I'm terrible at that.
Let's see. How are you at checking double secondary stabilizer systems?
We have a passing familiarity with it.
All right. The last time when we flew up from Esquizo back to our ship, I noticed that the readings were a little off. I think that the manifest coils need to be adjusted.
That should not be too difficult. If you give us what the readings should be, we may be able to nudge it in the correct direction.
Oh yeah, of course. And I'll kind of punch it in. Wait, do you have a piece of tech on you for communicating? I mean, I imagine you have something that you can.
Yeah, they have their own tech, and then we have something that we can communicate between them.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll send you sort of I'll send you what readings should be, what the readings should be, and I'll say if you go into my garage, you can just grab my box of tools. feel free to take whatever you need from there.
Acceptable.
Okay. Have you seen Lawrence around?
No, he was not in the maintenance tunnels.
Well, that's reassuring.
I'd be really frightened to find Lawrence in the
Yeah.
I came knocking at his room just to speak with him about a little something, and he did not answer. I'm not sure where on the ship he could possibly be.
There are many places to hide on the ship.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot be the seeker in this game right now. I'm a little preoccupied. But if you see him, tell him I wanna speak to him about a little something.
We will send him your way if we come upon him.
All right. Thank you kindly.
They climb back up in the ceiling and leave.
I just watch you. You know what? I haven't gotten up. I'm still down on the ground, and I kind of just sit like crisscross applesauce as we're having this conversation. And when you crawl through, when you and Tavrock finally crawl into the tube, that's when I get up. I just wordlessly grab the grate that you knocked off, and I just place it back on. And then head back to my terminal to see if I need to avoid or shoot down any more asteroids.
Seems legit. All right. So while you're doing this, we're actually going to have a trying to decide which thing I want to have happen first.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fine. I just want to try new system things.
Do it.
It'll be great.
Let's go.
So after you've been traveling for a few hours, road, you've been stalling and having actually fairly pleasant conversation. Like once you get past the vapid nature of your guests, they're very similar to people that you've spent a lot of time with and very familiar.
He loves a vapid conversation,
Yeah.
honestly.
And they're much more what you're used to than your current companions.
Yeah.
So there's a comfortable normalcy that you fall into with them.
Yes.
Talking about spending fortunes on ridiculous things and such things. Same thing, you've been doing a really great job with kind of navigating the system. Jonas, Lawrence, what have you been doing since you made your call? Have you stayed kind of away?
Well, I think the first thing I do is I go about taking a genetic sample from myself,
Okay.
putting it in a little test tube and attaching a little special top to it.
Oh.
And it has a thing that will enable a communication, but when it does, it burns up the contents of the test tube.
Okay. Interesting.
Whoa.
And
That's
that's what I'll put in a little box and wrap to send off with the courier when we...
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's sort of like it has the secret code of whatever my transmitter frequency is.
Okay.
And then when it's used, it's used.
That's very cool. I like that. And then you've been working on stuff with
Yeah, we go
Tavrock.
to check the double manifold, whatever the who's
Yeah,
it.
the thingy. Yeah, perfect. So after, we'll say like 12 hours, been normal, most of a day. Suddenly you start having a proximity warning
Okay.
that something is now entering the system through the jump gate behind you.
Okay.
Haha.
Daddy wants his kids back.
Oh no.
So yeah, so this
Oh.
is yes, yeah. Eventually, for those of you watching at home, eventually they were tracking down where have all these jumps gone to. They've been able to track that, and eventually they're like, well, there's this one that went to the middle of nowhere. So it took them a few days, but they were able to figure it, or it took them a few hours, but they were able to figure it out.
Okay. All right.
Makes
All right.
Yeah.
And they're not too far behind us. then
Yeah,
in
they're
that
about
case.
12 hours behind you.
Okay.
So, I mean, the good news is that it's not Lawrence's friends, but the bad news is they're definitely smaller ships
Okay.
with a little bit more military capability than you know of on your ship, since it's a giant colony ship. And yeah, they might be a little faster.
Okay. I'm going to fire off no voice messages, just a little digital text that says complication, and then boop, just pop it out. and one more bridge. Boop. Send it out there.
Cool.
I'm gonna kind of take readings. You said there are a few small ships, right? And they're definitely like registered Askesian ships.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you can tell by you
Yeah.
especially because you're in the ships.
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
oh nope, those are definitely
Yep.
it.
I
And
see
they,
those
like,
crystal
they're even
leaves
kind
on
of-
the wings.
Yeah.
I mean, all right.
They're even
There's
kind
no
of leaf
mistaking them.
shaped.
Yeah.
Like the point is like kind of where the stem would come almost,
That's
and then
awesome.
they kind of spread out as they go.
Oh, that's very cool. I love
It's
that.
very
I
cool.
love that.
They're kind of shiny. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, they're
all
also
right.
like deadly.
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
And I'm
Cool.
gonna my brain is gonna start racing. Like, okay, I gotta come up with stories. I gotta come up with some story. We gotta corroborate it at the very least.
I think Rode was in the middle of making good on his promise to bring Jonas something as a
okay.
little like token of his appreciation for the long hours, and is in the kitchen with fully like a tray that has like snacks and like a beer glass and with like beer in it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And at least enough for the two of them to sit down and like for Rode to like spend time with him on the bridge with this. Basically things to occupy Rode while he's being nice and socializing. But also Jonas gets to benefit, but he gets the message and he's just like, oh, well, it doesn't hurt. And comes in with the tray of 2 beers and like some warmish snacks.
Wormish snacks. Okay.
Like not
Warmish, not wormish.
Not wormish.
Okay, okay.
I understand the
Okay,
confusion.
okay.
Warmish.
Okay.
Snacks. It's just like, hello.
You come in. I see that, and I say, "Oh, can I have some of those?"
They're for us. But there was something more important than beer.
I take the beer and I chug it all down in like one big long drink.
Oh.
And then I put it down, not on the tray, but I put it down on my terminal. Like, I'm going to need that later. And then I start like sloppily eating crackers. Like, it's Cookie Monster eating. So like crumbs are flying out of my mouth as I kind of chow down because I haven't eaten in a while. And
Yeah.
I'm stress eating at this point too. And I'm going to say, Rogue, all right, listen, about not too long ago, I detected several ships entering the system through the jump gate we just came from. They are Askesian in registry, and they are small, they are fast, and they are bearing down on us. We have about 12 hours before they arrive, and that window is going to rapidly diminish as they are burning fuel to get here. Well, or catalyzing whatever they do. They don't use burning fuel over there, but you get the point.
What are you going to do about it?
He says, I am open to as many ideas as you have. Let's see. I think we are close enough to last 2 that we don't have any huge asteroids to worry about. I could take the baby out and maybe fly an intercept course, buy us some time.
Someone still has to fly this ship. I have 3 skills: interstellar commerce, bribery, and management. I don't know that I could do any of that in regards to these incoming ships.
Well, you said interstellar and management. I mean, between you, Lawrence, Nolvath, and the robots, I think I may be able to. Do you think you may be able to just keep an eye on the controls and make sure we don't steer too far off course if I have to jet out real quick like?
I'm sure I'll do great. Sweating.
I punch in a couple of digits on a nearby panel, and it shows like a little, hollow of the ship. And I turn to you and I say, well, there is another idea that I can think of.
Which is?
Got a lot of empty cryo tubes. Thinking
Oh, we're finally going to
maybe.
put them in the tube.
Yeah, maybe if we stick them in there, I'm pretty sure the act of being discovered might be a good enough motivation for them to go along with the plan.
They did read the mysterious other life forms in the tubes when we were leaving their system.
True, true.
I love a good lie. I'm here to lie. We can definitely do this. I don't know that that's the right one. I don't know technology. I'm sure if you think it'll work, I'm sure it'll be fine. But I just can't stop thinking about there being 7 different species on this ship. And you see, there's just not.
That seems like a very good moment for you to hear. Just like a clink, clink, crack, scrape, scrape from between like the communications desk chair and a different array. And
Honestly, there's something wrong with the ship. It keeps on making all these noises.
I'm gonna put the last cracker that I have in my mouth. I'm gonna go over to I'm gonna listen to where you're coming from, and I'm gonna actually open the thing before you
Do it.
you just see Nolvath climb out and then Tavrak.
Ah!
What's going on?
I think we are mere hours from being discovered.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know at this point. You're a massive colony.
Oh yeah.
It's not a matter of being discovered. It's a matter of them catching up.
Yeah.
So there are moons. There are some things big enough for
Sure.
you to maybe like hide or move behind. But for the most part, you're not like a small ship that like people aren't going to notice first thing when they get into a system.
Oh sure, yeah.
They notice us, but they might not truly have final proof that we have the evacuees on board.
True.
Why I love a lie.
Yeah. But it's not a matter of your ship being noticed.
Oh yeah. No, without a doubt.
wanna
I mean,
clarify.
discover who our passengers are.
Yes,
you know.
okay.
I'm gonna say, our passengers. It seems some small ships came in system, and I'm pretty sure they are looking for them because they are heading right our way.
Unless I hear sightseeing, and I don't see anything worth seeing here.
No, yeah, these ships, they're not luxury craft like yours.
Some of us have taste.
Speaking of your luxury craft, what if the passengers they're looking for weren't aboard this ship?
You want me to fill my ship out there in all of that trash?
It is much easier to hide than this one.
If we are going to do something like that, now is the time before they get here. Have visual.
How close are we to like some of those asteroid mining situations?
I mean, there's asteroids all over the place.
Yeah.
The big ones that have mining, you've probably passed most of them. We'll say there's like one more. But if you're just talking about the shuttle, there's asteroids all over the place that could hide the
Shuttle's
shuttle.
little.
Yeah, it's very small. So literally, take your pick. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonas, how confident do you feel that you could steer the ship close to, but not into, one of these asteroids, and then Rhodes' ship could offload our contraband?
I punch in a few commands to get a reading, and I'll say, well, the asteroids, they seem to be pretty stable in this area. So I feel very confident that I can get somewhat close to it.
Okay, but what happens when you leave the shuttle behind? What happens to the shuttle and the people on it?
We don't need to get off system. All we need to do is hide you until they are convinced that we do not have our passengers.
So you're going to be the one to lie.
I suppose if I have to. I mean, I've told my share of stories and gotten into my share of scrapes and had to talk my way out of them.
Lawrence, what have you done?
Well, I think that's a perfect time for me to come onto the bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm carrying this little box. And I kind of like look around, and there's probably like some lockers or something along the wall, and I'll just open one and put the box inside and close it, and then turn to everybody and say, "They found us, hadn't they?"
It's not in concert.
Ah!
Well, are we prepared to fight, or are we prepared to run?
Neither. We were discussing perhaps offloading the contraband passengers into a smaller vessel which could hide behind an asteroid.
Oh, they found us. Very good.
I'm so frightened as to. Oh. Yes.
I double check my readings to make sure there's nothing bigger coming through the
Yeah.
jump gate.
No, it's,
Okay,
it's
all right, excellent.
all the fancy tree tech, so it's definitely from your last plan.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the Askesians are they're on our tail. We got about at this point maybe about a little under 12 hours before they catch up.
They're moving fast, so now
Oh boy,
it's
so the
down to
window
like
is
8.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Well, it's not a bad idea to hide the people. I like it. It'll make it easier for, I suppose I could try and convince them that I'm here on an official capacity. They're less likely to try and start an intergalactic incident.
This is true.
Unless you'd think that they'd be more afraid of causing problems with your homeworld.
I do have a name and title and things like that that might dissuade them from attacking me.
We could even invite them on board and
Yes.
feed them.
Give them a tour. Maybe not feed them.
Fair enough.
Lawrence, you do notice that you do not have that raging hunger for Tavrock anymore. Now
Oh.
that their
Feel like
exoskeleton is kind of like hardened, you
I
don't
probably
have that.
didn't even notice Tavrock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. So you're not instantly like obsessed with consuming them now.
That's a relief.
So, I'll be honest. I don't fly well. I don't know if you've noticed.
I'll turn to all of you and I'll say, if we are willing to gamble, I suppose we could just kind of park the ship by the asteroid field while I fly our passengers out. Again, the Amber Star doesn't have to go anywhere. We just need to show these folks that we don't have anything suspicious in
We
our possession.
do,
Well,
but
yeah,
not for them.
yeah.
Would it be preferable for me to take the hostages
The-
off ship?
I like your enthusiasm. I think my comfort would be, I'll be honest, you flying my ship, Jonas. Just because it's little, there's a lot of debris out there, and it's the only way for all of us to get off of this giant tomb.
I'm gonna turn to you, Lawrence, and I'm gonna say, now listen. When I found Lawrence, he was flying his own ship.
This is true.
He is plenty capable.
I did crash.
So, Jonas,
Hoping
But
you
in
would,
general, I am capable of flying a small craft.
just hoping you keep that last part tucked away a little bit. But
Well,
all right.
in all honesty, but that was
Lawrence,
only
you're
in
the
a combat
tactician.
situation.
you're the tactician. I will take your professional acumen.
Well, I think I'm better suited to taking them off the ship. It leaves you with Jonas and his skills, should you need to engage in combat with them. Or at the very least, he can get in his own craft and help fend them off better than I would be able to.
This is true. And if we're going to fight multiple ships,
Yeah, I detected at least 4 or 5 of them.
Nolvath, you survived on the ship plenty before we got here.
Oh yes, it wasn't going anywhere, but I did figure out how to use most of the weapons.
Wonderful.
There is a mechanic for ship-to-ship combat. I'm not saying you have to use it. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want. But I'm just saying you don't have to feel like you have to like find a non-ship-to-ship.
Sure,
combat.
yeah. It's more that Road,
No, 100%.
not a fighter.
I just wanted to make it clear that the system has something to support that if that is the direction you want to take.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also totally in half expecting like a very talky crew to find a talky resolution. So either way is optional.
I'm gonna interject and say, now we also have to notify our passengers and spin this for them. Do we want to let them know the gravity of the situation? Do we want to couch it as a, I don't know, an excursion of some sort?
I think that they should pay us for it personally.
I'm not above leveraging this for our benefit.
Another % or two in exchange for not handing them over to
I don't see why not.
their parents.
Hazard pay. I'd be happy to handle this negotiation.
I want it to remain a negotiation, you see.
Indeed. I will explain to them the situation. And they
Oh,
will have
you
an
mean with
option.
them? Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you'll do fine. Just smile. That's terrifying.
Certainly. I will instill confidence.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say, all right, team, stay in touch. If I need to take if I need to take Trini out to get some work done, I'll do my best.
So we're going to let them on board the Amber Star. That's what I'm hearing.
If they ask for it, I don't
If
know if we've got much of a
necessary?
choice. I think it'd be a little suspicious if we denied them entry.
Well, it's impolite to invite yourself to someone's home, you see.
No, this is true. Gears start
Perhaps
turning in my head.
They will be able to scan the ship and see that there are no Hiskesians on board.
I mean,
We can explain going to last you by saying that our Tavrock friends need to go to the planet.
Fair. Or we just had such a lovely time on a vacation and we heard mention of the planet.
I also want to point out the size difference here.
Oh, yeah.
You're literally 15 kilometers in diameter. They are a regular ship size. Maybe if they're lucky, they're the size of a semi truck.
mhm.
So massive difference. So any scans that they'd be able to do would probably be very limited unless they do some sort of group scan as they go fly across or something. So there's already a bit of a power imbalance
Okay.
as far as the size.
Okay.
I'm having a thought. What if you go show off that beautiful ship of yours, Jonas? Give them a little introduction to our negotiation and see what they have to say.
All right. It has been a while since I've taken my baby out.
And then a distraction while Lawrence gets our guests off of this ship. And then should they get any nosier, you can invite them this way.
I gotcha.
We should perhaps have a location prepared for where we dropped off the Hiskesians that we took out of the system.
We jettison them in hyperspace. Don't people do that?
Yes.
Ah,
I mean, so are we going to? I'm going to fly out, intercept them, buy a little time, and you're going to take our 3 passengers
I'll load up
out.
their luggage and
Okay.
themselves and get it off the ship.
Okay, all right. I'm going to say, if you can find, there were several mining asteroids that were not too far away from here. If you can find an old complex, the metals in there might actually impede scans further.
Are the mines actively being mined?
No.
They're just abandoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got as much as they felt was profitable versus the
Sure.
continuation of the mining operation, and then they pieced out.
Yep. That's fine. So yeah, I'm certain I can find somewhere to hide.
All right, sounds like a plan.
I trust your predator instincts.
Now that means you two are going to have to do the actually road. This might fall on you to do the talking. Nolvath, I don't know if you want to, you may want to make yourself scarce. Scarce.
I was hoping that Nolvath would help with the ship side of being on the ship. I'll do the being, and you can be the ship part.
Oh yes, we would prefer to do the ship part.
All right, okay, all right. What about Tiny over there?
Tavrock will stay with me.
All right, there.
Isn't Tavrock a day old? I don't know what job a day old crustacean can accomplish. Can you do anything, Tavrock?
Flashing different colors.
Ron has no idea.
Yeah. So it sort of looks up at Nolvath and
flashes back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you flash back?
I ask them if they want to help.
Yeah, they flash back like, yes, help.
Okay, we will show you the button to push in case we need the lasers.
My God, that little guy's just so adorable. My
Super happy
God.
glowy color. Lasers! I get to hit the laser button.
Market all those.
Yeah, you're not
colors.
sure that they understand like the life and death situation that's happening, but they get to hit the laser button. They're very happy
They
about
can
this.
learn that later.
Yeah.
Murder first, learn about death later.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get on the ship's intercom, and I'm going to say, attention passengers of the Amber Star, this is your cruise director speaking. Please meet one of our representatives at the observation deck, just above the bridge. Bing bong. I say bing bong, then I...
Yeah.
Because it just cuts off. It doesn't
Yeah.
have the light in that space.
Okay. Oh, okay. They start heading that way.
And I'm gonna run to the garage. I'm gonna start putting on my flight suit. You know, I'm gonna fold up my nice jacket, get it all ready. I'm gonna tuck it under the seat of Trini's seat. Anybody else have anything they want to do before I jet out?
Road shotguns that beer.
Okay.
That you brought in for,
Yes,
for him to
yes,
share with
excellent.
you.
I think Nolvath asks you, like, which is the go button and which is the stop button for the ship, just in case.
I'll turn to you and I'll say, actually, before I jet out, I'm going to punch in a few commands and I'm going to just kind of put the ship on park. And I'm going to say, if things get sketchy, you're going to want to look at this panel here. Make sure that you don't engage this system and that system at the same time. Otherwise, further complications may arise, but beyond that, you should be okay. This gets the ship. This turns on. This turns thrust on. This turns the system back off.
Thrust and off. Excellent.
And before you leave, Jonas, Road, like when you're at the door, oh, really quick, I almost forgot. And he throws you just a ration pack that he had brought in to give you earlier.
Oh, fantastic!
Don't fly
I catch it.
hungry.
I grab it and I give you just a little, salute with it, actually.
Amazing.
And then I run off. Boots kind of clacking down the hallway.
Yeah. Great.
I shall report to the observation deck. I trudge off to meet the passengers.
We'll do that scene in just a second.
Yeah.
All right. And so you're standing there at the thing.
Yeah.
Tavrock's like,
Staying at the bridge. There's probably like a weapons station, so they kind of post up there, and like they know how to do this stuff because I think they probably tested it out because they were bored. So some stuff blew up before you guys got on the ship. So they warm up the lasers and like make sure the cannons are pointed at the ships that might come at us and stuff, and kind of like get prepared just in case.
perfect. Tavrock is like the one button. You're like, this is the button. They're like ready with like one of their little not the big claw, but like the little claws.
Little
Yeah.
baby claws.
Ready to
Not yet, color.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Not yet.
It's like, bing.
Yeah. That's the color.
Nolvath just has to keep strobing. No.
There's no like dance party going on in the background
Yeah.
of the road. It's just like standing at the comms terminal, like staring into the depths of space.
Definitely.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
It's absolutely bit from Tron.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Think like toddler in line. Is it our turn yet? Is it our turn yet? Is it time to go yet? Can we do it yet? Okay. So that's like the energy.
But all flashing color.
Yeah, super flashy colors. Excited flashy colors. Very bright. All right.
At least it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's more of a visual thing.
Yeah. Very appreciative. Like, and
We're at the comms terminal, ready to lie, cheat, and steal.
okay. So when you arrive, Lawrence, in the observation deck, they're already there, and they're like, oh, like very excited. They got summoned to the observation. I don't know. They're
Themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm already tired thinking about it. Like I
Yeah.
know I'm them, but like I'm already exhausted thinking about them.
I appreciate your promptness.
Thank you. Yes, we're very excited to be involved with whatever's happening.
Well, stem your excitement. There has been a complication.
Oh my.
Apparently, your family is more persistent than you had imagined.
Oh dear.
We have three ships,
This is about 4 or 5.
four or
Yeah.
five ships.
Yeah. There was like
A
one bigger
small
one and a
number
couple
of
small
ships
Some quantity.
that have come through the jump gate behind us and are making up the difference in time.
ones. Oh my.
We have a plan as
good.
your business partners to help you.
Oh.
However, in order to make sure that you're safe, we've discussed that perhaps we will seek some additional payment down the road
Oh.
for hiding you continually from your family.
I see. Well, you do understand that if my family gets us, you'll get nothing.
You are correct. However, neither will you.
Right. But in a few years, we'll try again.
If you survive.
I mean, our family's not going to hurt us.
Their ships are armed.
Right. But I mean, they want us back. It's not like, I mean,
When was the last time one of your ilk fled with your sacred trees?
well, I don't know if that's ever really happened with the trees. We've had some who've left planet before, and their parents were annoying about it, and some of them were returned, and some of them didn't come back. But generally, it's just a very difficult PR situation for the family, is really what it is.
What would be the punishment for someone defacing one of the trees on your planet?
Well, that wouldn't be good. But I mean, for the most part, like, my parents will just pay for it to kind of go away. They'll be very upset. I probably won't be able to leave our mansion for a month or two. I'll be very grounded. Now, it might be a little bit more difficult for the rest of you.
Precisely.
Yes.
But our difficulties include you now.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. So like how much more percentage of
We think it would be fair to consider an additional 2% for your continued safety.
so 8% total. So
yes.
of the one lineage of the one seed of the tree. Oh,
Yes.
that's fine. Oh, fine. Okay. Can it, but just like I just like the one like thing I'm gonna push back on and ask that like you can't like hurt them because they're probably family members or at least like
We are
part
making
of
every
family?
attempt
Okay.
to reach a non-violent solution.
okay. That's good.
I cannot guarantee their safety if they decide to attack first.
Oh, I see. Well, it's very unlikely, I think, that they would do that
I
unless they
certainly
don't.
hope so.
And I mean, especially if they know we're here, they're not gonna like open fire.
Well, our plan is that we are going to place you and all of your luggage onto the shuttle. I will pilot us away from the main ship
I see.
in an attempt to deceive them that you are no longer here. We don't know your final destination. We can't possibly give that up. You've fled to the stars. They won't have any reason to return here to this system and look for you. Once you plant the
Oh.
trees, it's not like you can just up and run again.
Yeah,
So we're going to try to misdirect them away from this entire system.
that's a very good plan.
So, at this point, we need to hurry and gather all of your things,
Oh yes, you should start
and then we
doing
will
that.
depart
Yeah.
immediately.
Yes.
You must get all your things from your cabin.
Oh, from our cabin. We can get our things from our cabin. Absolutely.
I can handle the things in the cargo.
Okay, wonderful. They seem very relieved.
But please meet me there immediately. We have to time our departure with another ship that'll be leaving our
I see. I see. Okay.
to hide our signature.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that seems great. I didn't realize that they could like follow or something. Like I thought like speed like was different in like space and like especially in the jump gates. Like
Oh, it definitely is. However, they, in their persistence, perhaps dispatched many different ships to many different destinations
oh,
and have found us that way.
that's smart.
I can only assume that your family is smart.
Oh, they're very very smart. I mean, like I'm very smart too. Just like I'm not smart in like a spacey way.
I
That's just
understand.
a thing that I know very much about because I haven't ever been to space until now.
So I'm glad you're learning every day.
It's great.
So please
But
gather
yes,
your things.
if everything works out with this, we are fine with 8% on the individual seeds, offspring, and the proceeds from those.
Delightful. Oh, also, and I'll hand over like a data pad with the information for Eritrin and his agent that
Okay.
will be coming eventually.
Okay, yeah. Eritrin would have definitely have sent you like a shell
Name or-
corporation
Sure,
of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is the accounting firm.
This
Right.
is the vibe.
Yeah.
I know it's not actually
Yeah,
but
yeah,
his
for sure.
whatever. Yeah.
Whatever he sent you. I'm just clarifying.
I'm not like here's a crime lord. Mm.
Yeah. So it's like, oh,
So they will be
That's
working
very
on our
helpful.
behalf when we depart.
fantastic. That's very nice. Thank you for arranging that.
Very good.
This really is like a full service like situation. I wasn't expecting it to be like this.
Smugglers.
Quickly to gather your things.
Oh yes.
They will
yes.
meet you in the cargo.
Okay, wonderful. They hustle off to
And then I'll run down and start loading up things.
all their stuff.
Thankfully, it was at least all together.
Yeah.
We went over it today, maliciously.
We haven't solved the problem of the seeds that are still missing in the air
Nope.
ducts, though.
Nope.
Accurate.
And I don't know anything about that. Just saying. I wasn't there when that happened.
Nolvath would remember that. They didn't notice it in the jump gate scan. But I think just in case, they probably would want to get it off the ship. So, you probably see them flash, like, realization color. It's like,
Yeah.
wave of rainbow. Like, oh no, oops, light bulb.
No,
What?
no.
No, not now.
Oh.
And they pick up Tavrock and the road. We have to get the seeds out of the posterior rear. It's in a chamber that you can't get to. If you need to fire the lasers, it's this button.
I did see the one that you told Tavrock to press. I'm assuming that's the real one?
Yes.
Wonderful. Hopefully, I don't need to.
We will return very quickly.
Hopefully.
Yet.
No.
Oh.
We're taking Tavrock with
I
us.
like to think that as you pick Tavrock up, Tavrock is like still reaching
Yeah,
for the
like,
button.
I'm
like,
ready.
Not yet. We have a side quest.
Have you ever seen hermit crabs like try and grab things out of their shell? Just a little like
So cute.
okay.
And then when they kind of like nudge it,
Yeah, and then it comes back. And
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
they're cute. I love them.
But now we get to go on a journey into the
Yeah, I was excited about
the depths, weird
Yeah.
spine of the ship,
Yeah.
and get the box, and then take the box to
it. Mm-hmm.
Put it on the shuttle.
put it on the shuttle.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna head over to Trini then. In that case, all my gear on. I have a little. It's sort of almost like a chin strap that kind of buckles around my neck.
Mhm.
I tap a button and the helmet deploys.
Nice.
And Trini looks sort of like is sort of shaped like an F1 racer, but a little longer. Just enough room for me.
Mhm.
So I pull the canopy open, hop in. I unzip one of my pockets, and I have a picture there, and it's a picture of my old mentor. On the picture, you see them kind of like actually looking casual. They're not in they're in like their dress uniform. They're not in their their full on military gear. They're kind of flashing a thumbs up, but you can see that there's somebody's arm around them, but that portion is burnt off.
Oh.
Oh.
There's a little slot on the in the readouts in the cockpit. I stick the photo on that. I flash back a thumbs up to my old mentor, and I say, "Have a good flight, Colonel. Let's do this." And then Trini lifts off. There's this sort of thrusters spinning up, anti-grav kind of picking Trini off. I'm gonna say that the cargo bay. It has like double doors that open. It opens just big enough. It doesn't like open all the way. It opens just big enough for Trini to kind of slip through. And for a little while, Trini floats, just bobbing in space before I send everybody a message. And I just say, "All right, I'll be right back."
Wait, I want to clarify though. Your picture, your mentor giving the thumbs up, was that your move?
No, that. Oh yeah. That was my get lucky.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
That's my little ritual.
So will you just read it off for us?
Yeah,
since we're
sure.
throwing out the
So,
system?
one of the hot shots moves is get lucky. You have a superstitious ritual that you always do before you enter combat or a risky situation. So what is it? Clear a condition and add +1 to your next roll if you complete the ritual, even if it's a ship move. So yeah, that was my ritual. Placing the photo, giving a thumbs up, wishing them a good flight. So I'm going to get a +1 to my next roll. I remember that somehow.
And you get to clear a condition.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
And as my engines spin up, this little sort of other portion of the ship pops out like a little outrigger, and then I'm like flying off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Super cool. You were headed directly for them, or
You know what? Actually, now that you mention it, so my baby has some weapon systems, right?
yeah.
I'm going to find a few stray asteroids, not anything like incredible, not anything immense, but something that might be big enough if they could, if they were to impact a ship. And I'm going to apply sort of little mines, like controlled detonation mines, strategically on various sides of them,
Okay.
so that I can detonate them if I need to.
Okay.
I'm going to do that to maybe like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have you. We have to use ship moves for baby.
Sure. Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna have you. We'll have that be a maneuver roll since you're not really
Okay.
fighting.
Sure.
So that's gonna be a courage roll.
Okay. Let's see. Actually, as a famous ace, there's one of these things that I can choose. Let's see. Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
So the famous ace background comes with piloting. I choose a couple of items off this list, a couple of items off some facts about my character that I want people to know, and then one fact that I don't. I'm going to say that one fact that I've told people about is how I survived a famous battle.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that it was because I was advised to do this particular maneuver to kind of like prepare, space debris. And I'm going to call that the Angus Gambit
Okay.
after my mentor.
Your mentor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So I am going to do ship moves. Where there they are. I'm going to do maneuver. That's roll with courage.
And you can add a specialty to that. So.
Oh, okay. So my courage is +2. I do have a specialty of piloting, so that gives me a +1. Okay, and then I get my +1 to my other roll, so that's a total of +4.
Woo!
Here we go.
Big roll.
Oh boy, that's great. So that's a 5 and a 6 on the die. That's 11, 15 altogether.
Nice.
So with the 15, 10 plus, you pull off the maneuver perfectly.
Yeah.
Mark 1 ship investment.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. So, just kind of talking about ship moves for a minute and ship-to-ship combat. It basically works very similar to like skill challenges. Is the easiest thing, as a D&D comparison. Basically, there's a certain number of successes required. If you're all involved in the situation, then you all would roll the same thing. If you all agree, hey, we're gonna fight. If you were all going to maneuver like this, you would all roll courage. The highest roll counts for your group success or failure, whatever it is. And then each failure counts as like a hit on the ship, basically. So, or like you ran into something if it's a maneuver or something like that. So it's a group roll situation. So it goes pretty quick. And then very narrative. So that's how it goes. If you're the only one on the ship, you're the only one who gets to roll.
Oh, that's true.
though.
Yeah.
So it's totally fine though. But that's one of the excitements of the baby.
That's
so.
awesome.
Cool. So all right. So you definitely have one of your successes for the situation. Cool. So you're able to kind of do this very quickly, and you plant these explosives and different asteroids around. And then we're gonna say you're continuing, and we're gonna cut to someone else, and we'll come back to you in a minute.
Sure.
Cool. Everybody, you're still
I'm sure it's going to take me a little while to get everything loaded. So I'm doing that as quickly as I can.
perfect. Okay.
But I'm not panicked, so I know that there's a button to make them levitate.
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
Push them
you
over.
don't have to actually physically. I mean, sorry, Road. You don't have to physically lift them, and you know that.
Yeah.
Road didn't. But.
I'm probably like hitting the button and pushing it, and then hitting and pushing and hitting and pushing.
It's not that Road doesn't know, is that sometimes he forgets.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's usually somebody doing
You're
it
not
for
having
you,
to do
right?
that.
Just the least competent luggage mover. He's not a porter. He has no idea how to do this.
You're still heading back to where that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna jump back to you.
I'm drinking
Okay.
on the bridge.
How long does it take me to reach this small fleet of ships?
You're a single ship, like a fighter, going really fast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not gonna take you very long at all.
Okay, all right.
So we'll say. Well, let's say they're flying towards you too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
and the time has gone. So like 20 minutes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to open a hailing frequency, and I'm going to say, this is Lieutenant Jonas P. Hurley, approaching from the Amber Star. Just here to check on, make sure everything is all right. We don't get very many jumps through this gate.
Confirmed. I'm sorry. What did you say your rank was again?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Confirmed, Lieutenant. We are surprised to see any military presence out here. This is not an encounter that we were expecting.
Oh, no. My little ship here is not, it's not necessarily military. I'm security for a ship that is transporting life forms to what will hopefully be a new home world for them.
Ah, yes. Well, we have a bit of business with those passengers that you are transporting at the moment. They're... What?
Just like the cows?
Yeah, I know.
It's with the cows.
I'm waiting for them to finish their
Oh,
statement.
yeah.
And we would like to maybe have a conversation with them. They have some concerns by their family about their well-being and possibly their state of mind.
This is incredible news to me. I didn't really know that you Askesians had any investment in the cows that we are transporting. But I suppose if you want to have some words with them, who am I to stop you, right?
I'm sorry. We're not familiar with the term cows.
Oh, we have some. Our ship right, deals with a number of endangered pack animals that we are trying to repopulate. They're a source of resources for another civilization, actually.
Right. Hold, please. And like the transmission, and you can tell that they're like communicating with each other. And like,
Yeah. Have I at least kind of like stopped them? Are they still moving?
they're still moving.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna fly casual alongside them.
Yeah, like they seem to like one of them slightly moves, opening up like a position in their formation. And
Okay.
it's like, come fly with us. Like
Okay.
it doesn't seem like aggressive at this point. All right. After a few minutes, just enough for you to start getting nervous. They come back, and it's a different voice this time. Lieutenant, we appreciate the hard work that your ship does with the reclamation of endangered species, but we have it on good authority that you also have a different type of passenger aboard. Some young people from our civilization who, though they have very good intentions, have been led astray by some rather unfortunate misinformation.
I'm going to send back, stand by. I'll close the channel, and I'll wait for like 5 minutes. Just twiddling my thumbs.
Okay.
You know, if there's a ship flying alongside of me looking at my canopy, I'll pretend I'm checking some systems, put my hand in my ear and be like, yeah, and then after that time is over, I'll flick the frequency back on, and I say, all right, so our ship we do have several hyperpods that have not been touched in a long, long time. I don't know if I suppose some of your number could be in there, but we certainly didn't have any new folk board our ship.
I would like for you to roll. This isn't going to be a ship move. This is going to be a regular playbook move.
Yeah.
So you're going to be, manipulate a being.
Okay, all right. Let's see. So manipulate a being. I roll with savvy, which is +0. Let's see.
Okay, you can always bring them back to me, and I will lie to their face.
Okay, this is all right. And I have tactics. Would hand-to-hand apply for this? Here we go.
Nice try.
Here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, that's good. It's a 10.
Oh! Yeah.
Ooh, so let's see.
Jonas,
Manipulate a
roll high.
being.
Mhm.
On a 10 plus, choose 2. So let's see. They can either complete one task for me, give me one piece of information, make a scene or act out, be distracted or unobservant, or provide an opening that leaves them, or provide an opening or leave themselves vulnerable. I'm going to choose. Let's see. I'm going to choose provide an opening or leave themselves vulnerable.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm debating between make a scene or act out or be distracted and unobservant. I think if I leave them vulnerable, I can afford to have them make a scene or act out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Good.
This is fun. This is a fun combination.
So the person on the other end is going to get very frustrated. We have done a process of elimination. We have gone through every other ship that left the sector in the time frame that we know these young whippersnappers left. And I really am just tired, and I'm trying to find my nephew twice removed and their friends. And I just can we just pay you a lot of money to just give them to us? Because really, we just like the entire situation to go away. We don't care what you do or where you go. We just want these annoying children and the seeds back.
Excuse me?
A lot of money.
Children and seeds, you said. All right. Now, much as a lot of money is a very tempting thing, I do not have anything to turn into you. None of us in our ship have anything to turn into you. Let's see. I think what might be better, if you don't mind my honest opinion, is you taking that money and spending it on a little more security. If kids were able to sneak out, that's my. I tell you, my superior officer, and I kind of tap the picture of the colonel. Would never have let that slide. I don't know who you have to report to, but my lord, I do not want to be there when you get back home.
Wow.
You could almost even though it's not translating, you could hear the intake of breath, just like it's not psychic ability. You just know it's happening, even though it's not coming through the the communication.
I turn the channel off real quick, just kind of flick it off, wait for them to come in.
My brother's children. Or no, it would be twice removed, whatever it is. Second cousins.
There you go.
Children. Our family trees are complicated. It's a tree planet. Are very willful, and we have our extended family out searching cosmos to get them back. If you really do not have them, and you will turn down not even a small fortune, a sizable fortune, then I cannot even imagine that you are foolish enough to do such a thing for a bunch of kids and some plants.
My hand is clenching. at the little side grip on my seat,
Yeah.
by the way. Whenever he mentions the fortune, I'm like,
Well, I do
like,
have to
planetary
report to my
GDP. Planetary GDP.
do have to report to my family. So if you could just let us do some scans just to confirm your story, then we can be out of your hair and let you deposit your pack animals on whatever planet this is and get out of here.
Well, of course. I mean, we would never deny you such a customary course of action. Follow me. It's plenty dangerous around here. There used to be a ton of mining colonies in this sector of space, and there are a number of asteroids that could potentially get in our way.
Yes, we see the asteroids on our scans. Thank you for your help.
Oh, you're very, very welcome.
So you
Stay on my tail, and I'll fly very slowly.
Like, yeah, just fucking pissed. Like, so pissed. You can almost, like, you know how it is. Like, you can hear, like, they're in the bigger ship, whoever is talking to you, and, like, the smaller fighter planes, you could almost hear the giggles. Like, as someone who's been in this situation where, like, a commanding officer has been embarrassed by, like, a foe or, like, a diplomatic incident, like, you could just hear all the, like, service members going,
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, and just sort of to kind of button up that moment, as the camera pans around, the thruster flames kind of reflect off one of the tree ships, off the crystalline tree ships, and there's this light flash on the side of my ship, you know, showing the ship's name, just, you know, Trinidad Freebooter.
yes.
And then,
Beautiful. Amazing. So, do you contact the ship at all?
I'm not going to send any, you know, vocal. I'm not going to make, you know, like vocal contact, but I am going to send a message.
Okay.
Yeah, saying, I think I've managed to make them believe against all odds that we are not carrying anything suspicious, but we are on our way back, and we will be there shortly.
What do they want?
They want to take some scans.
Of our ship, and ours in all caps.
I'm gonna fly them by the cow dome first, so that they can sort of see that, hopefully legitimize things for us. I didn't explain the cow dome, like why I'm flying them by the cow dome, by the way. So you're just like, okay,
Oh, sure,
you're
yeah.
gonna go sightseeing. But get yourselves out of there. I don't want any of those their scans to. If you haven't yet, get them off there, because I don't want the scans to pick anything up.
I trust your rakish charm.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
I love this.
It has taken this much time to get them and their junk on the ship. So when it's time to leave, my plan is to open the cargo bay and just hit a jet of thrusters and then turn everything off.
Mm-hmm.
And just quietly, like, not emitting radiation, to hope that I get the trajectory right to hide behind an asteroid.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
So that's the whole idea. Because obviously they'd see a ship leaving. Like, they have scanners just as good as ours. If we can see them, they can see us. So hopefully this just looks like a background chunk of rock. Or
I also have an idea.
Oh,
Okay.
Since Nolvath is pretty familiar with parts of the ship, especially the ones involving cows, I feel like there's got to be some sort of like ventilation system for
Oh.
waste that could be dumped at this particular moment
Yeah.
as
maybe
cover.
you could distract the tree people. Look at all that phosphorus.
If we had trees, would we be wasting this phosphorus?
Amazing.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Just to create like movement in a different area that's like
Totally,
clearly
yeah.
refuse.
Now is the idea to do it in the same area Lawrence is going to be, to kind of like provide like a cloud.
Yeah, like maybe
Okay.
like a cover, like yeah, to blend the movement a little.
Okay.
I'm not gonna not like near the ship. It's gross.
Please don't put cow shit on my ship. Rogue will cry.
Okay.
First, the egg hatching in his duvet and today cow shit. On
Getting
his
all
ship.
over the ship.
Okay, amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have you roll for that.
Sure.
So it's going to be
I was looking at like
Prove
a
your worth.
trick. Oh, I was looking at ship moves.
oh,
They're flying a shippy thing. But-
I guess it could. Yeah, I guess it's a flying move. You're not really flying the ship though.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's up to you. You're the
No,
boss.
let's try the
Controlled burn is a flight
Yeah.
maneuver.
We'll
Like
do
I'm
a flight.
trying to do the math and
Okay.
do that right so that it's
We're testing out different parts, so yes.
Sure.
Okay, it can be a trick for ship moves.
great.
Or yeah. So savvy, good job.
Here's where it all goes wrong. No, it didn't go wrong at all.
Yay!
So that's 13.
Oh,
Wow.
Ooh.
So yes, I have done it correctly.
wow.
And I'm not about to die by hitting an asteroid.
Nope. Very good.
Nor have you killed our money pot.
Right. Lost anything? Yeah.
So on a 10 plus, they fall for my trick, and everyone marks XP. So,
Oh.
Oh.
Well, everyone
everyone
on
involved.
your
the ship and
Yeah.
ship it.
but would it be
But yeah.
Nolvath and I since we're kind
Yeah,
of working
I am
together?
gonna
on
have
this?
Nolvath.
Ooh.
Like, you don't have to roll to like dump the gross stuff. It's fine. You can 100% do that. But I'm gonna have you roll to see if you get the ship dirty because now I'm
Okay.
delighted by the
What am I
fact.
rolling?
Run the bilge pump.
That's just a wild thing. So prove your worth, I guess.
Prove your worth.
So that's plus courage.
Okay, I don't have any of that. Are you sure I can't use my brain or savvy?
No, it's 100%. How good do you do this?
Okay.
And do you get poop on the ship?
Hold on.
I think it's funny either way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Either way.
We're just gonna see if Road is mad or not.
Yeah.
The answer is probably yes, but it has nothing to do with whether there's shit on his ship.
Again, you only roll in PBTA if it will make the story more interesting or if things might change depending on it.
Or if it's funny.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Hey.
Okay. So you succeed, but with some difficulties. You get to pick one of the things.
Okay.
You're injured or emotionally shaken, marked condition. You put a crewmate in a bad position. Their next roll is with a disadvantage. You damage or destroy something important. Mark one damage box on the ship if appropriate.
Do it.
That definitely feels like we got poop on the ship.
Just a whole observation window. Just
No, on my ship. Oh,
On Road's
yeah.
ship.
Roads.
Yeah.
on both. Yeah.
No, I
No,
think.
just one. I
It's
think
not
it's funny.
Road's
It's
ship.
just
Oh, no.
Road's
Yeah,
ship.
I mean,
All right.
maybe you got some on the big ship, but it's so big, like it doesn't
And plus,
matter.
it's probably an event that we do this all the time.
Yeah, there's probably like a
It's on
mess
a schedule,
down the
but
side,
like
yeah.
you can like
Manually override.
manually override. Like
Fine.
no.
Sometimes we think it's scheduled, and it might just be the droids that work on our ship that we have no idea how they operate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
they do it correctly, but do time it just a little bit wrong because they weren't expecting you to go quite that fast.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was 100% like full throttle stop.
Yeah.
Let's see where we end up.
And then you just go through.
Yeah, it's a very slow motion. Yeah, just this arc
This
sprays out, and I'm just
floating, and it's just like the ship slowly just like
Mirrors right through it.
yeah.
But kind of because it's like a little frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Do this to him.
It's a frosting.
Oh. Ew. God.
Okay, and we're done. We all know what's happening. It's fine.
Okay. Oh
Whew.
my god.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay.
I probably turn to the 3 in the ship and go, camouflage.
Yeah, that's gonna make you hide in space. A bunch of poop. Okay, phosphorus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happens just as you're floating out of the way. That absolutely makes it so they don't see you or notice you. And if they do, they're just like, whoa, not looking up there. That's nasty stuff. So they do not see you and the transport ship with all the luggage disappear into the. I mean, you do look like an astronaut now. You're right. No, you're right. Camouflage.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
camouflage.
Yeah, no, you're
right.
You're
I
actually
totally-
right.
I was behind, but yes, you now look like a giant brown floating thing in space. Amazing.
Hiding the
You're
craftsmanship.
like that sneaker in Star Wars.
yeah.
The potato asteroid.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I just have to get over how big that is. Okay, now we're back.
When I see Jonas and the other ships approaching, because Rhode's standing on the bridge, fully just like enjoying being in charge of the ship that he never actually wants to be in charge of, is going to quote unquote accidentally send an all comms message to all of the ships in the area. Lieutenant, I thought you said you had this handled.
Oh boy, I take the channel. I open up the channel and I say, I'm sorry, but the Askesians here were very insistent that they see our ship. I did my best.
Well, if they must see the cargo, the cows can be viewed from outside.
Wonderful idea. I'm going to start kind of leading them around the helix that spirals our ship, just kind of like, doing a little, pass at that. And then where is the cow dome? Is it like towards the center,
It's in
towards
the
the back?
center. Yeah, there's like that big center section.
Is it one dome or is it there? Are there several of them?
I'm kind of picturing it as like there's different sections, some of which you've explored, some of which you haven't.
Okay.
And those are like where the big, if you've seen Interstellar, where there's like that big center where it's like it looks like a big giant like estate size, almost like there's like a farm and all this stuff. I kind of pictured it like sort of like that, where a bunch of different giant compartments that are literally big enough to have like massive football fields and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll just hover Trini by one of those domes, and I'll open up a channel to the Eskies, and I'll say, these are the creatures we are transporting. I'm gonna start just rattling off random facts about these creatures, like curated tour facts to kind of buy a little more time. They have been traveling with the ship for several decades now. Now they used to be ground animals, but they have adapted for life in space. The low G has caused several significant changes in their anatomical structures. We are hoping it is going to take us generations likely to be able to adapt them back onto gravity, to live in the gravity of whatever home world we happen to find. I'm just going to rattle on and on and on and on.
And you can tell they're starting to scan. They do sort of like a formation thing where it's like the larger ship is in the front, and then it's kind of leaf shaped where they're falling behind.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like group scanning as they fly over different parts of it.
And I'm gonna say, actually, I'm gonna flick that channel on again, and I'm gonna say, by the way, if you do want to have voids with them, we do have some communication channels that pump into the domes. Would you like me to open a frequency for you?
To the pack animals.
Oh yeah.
Like you can hear again the resounding silence. You can just be like the side eye, like the fuck.
Yeah, no. What the fuck is this?
Who are these people?
I mean, you said you wanted to maybe have voids with some of the occupants of our ship.
Yes, the crew.
I
Do not
meekly connect the channels, and I say, Road.
Lieutenant.
They wish to speak to you.
Please, if you're going to interrupt my day, address me with my full title. Visitors from Heskesio. My name is Rode Thelos, 17th son of Ilara Thelos, High Mother of the House of Thelos, High Administrator of Cinder Falls of Pyronus IV. What is so important that you're interrupting my day? And I'm actually going to use a move.
Excellent.
My new move from my new advancement. 42nd of my name. You have a long, impressive, and pompous title that you like to throw around and when it may benefit you. When you recite your whole title, yes, all of it, during important introductions, negotiations, or when you lay an ultimatum, roll plus heart.
Amazing. Very good.
Which is hilarious because my heart is garbage. I just thought it'd be fun to use lube and throw my dice
100%.
repeatedly.
Okay.
Hey, that's not bad. It's a 9.
Okay. Perfect.
They are impressed and will consider your request, but name a price of their own. So basically, they continue on their lives.
Okay. Well, they kind of like slow down as they're doing the scan, and we're sorry, respected 17th son. We're not expecting to speak to one so highly regarded in this place. Are you a passenger aboard the ship as well?
I
No.
gasp when I hear that. Like, did they just call you a passenger?
I am an entrepreneurial branch of the family, if you must know.
And you are involved in the, I believe the lieutenant called them bovine, and the bovine trade?
I'm so sorry that you're ill-informed. My family are notorious cultivators of settlements and other such things, including an investment in bovine creatures. The lieutenant is merely my extremely capable security.
Okay, yes.
Haven't lost any kids yet.
Again, like resounding. Ouch. Silence.
Ouch.
Right. Well, we will continue our scans and leave as soon as possible. We are sorry to have bothered you. Please continue your fine day.
Once you're done distracting my ship and crew, we will be on our way. Please
Yes.
make it quick.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Yes. We would, however, request that maybe you send a report from this part of the sector. We can leave right away if you can provide us with that.
A report on what?
Well, it seems your lieutenant said you were heading to a planet. Could you possibly send us some scans back from wherever you're colonizing?
Last 2 is not my settlement, and it is not my practice to provide competitors with the information of the places that I'm doing my business.
Yes, but we're happy to leave right now. It may take us some time to scan your full ship, and it will slow you down. We can leave right now if you are willing. I mean, obviously, one as trustworthy as you could send us wherever you're ending up.
And what will you do with these scans?
That I will do nothing with them. I will simply pass them on to my family members.
To say that there's no life forms on board the planet whatsoever until we put cows on it.
I don't know what they will do with it, but it is my job to scan everything. If you can provide that information yourself, then I can obviously trust you to do this instead of taking up your precious time.
I can send you a scan of the planet.
That is all. That would be all that we require. That would be perfect.
And then you will leave my operation alone.
We can leave you before then. When you get to the planet, just do a scan and then send it back to us.
Wonderful. Just send where to send this message and be on your way.
Thank you. Yes. And they, bloop, bloop, and they send you like the info for like the email address of their
The
parents, the
Tuskegee family. Yeah.
Of Ingram's parents.
Bullying wealthy people, it's as likely as you think from Road.
And they pull out a formation. A couple of them kind of dip their wings to you as they go.
Oh, okay,
and
all
like,
right.
hey,
Little
thanks for
respect.
making our boss look like an idiot.
Yeah, through the canopy, I'll give them a thumbs up,
Okay.
whether that means anything to them or not.
I don't know, but
Yeah, right.
they can probably guess.
It's a sprout.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. And they turn around and fly out.
All right.
Everyone come back.
I'm gonna say, whoa, hold on. Let's give them a little bit of time to get out of our sector before we
Yeah.
call everyone over. I'm gonna just fly like a couple of laps around the ship, just because I'm enjoying flying my baby again.
Yeah, totally.
And then when I feel confident that they're far enough away, like I take readings of the sector. When I feel confident that ships are well behind us, I'll fly over to where, I think you are, following the trail.
Yeah. It's pretty icky. But easy
Yeah,
to fly.
yeah. Well, I'll fly well. I'll give it a wide berth. But then, when I see the ship, I'll give you, a signal, and then we can fly back.
I'll probably like give the wave through the little. There's like a little patch of the window that's
Sure. Yeah.
kind of give the
Windshield
wave.
wipers.
Yeah. And I
And then,
give
like-
you one of these.
Inside the cabin, I just slowly slide away this weird looking stiletto. And then I turn to the passengers. It looks like this deception has worked.
Oh, wonderful. That's delightful. We're so excited about that.
I caution you to mind your step when we return to the ship.
Oh, yes. I like this camouflage that you put on us. It's very, yeah.
Camouflage.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Kai, could you repeat that louder for the audience?
The camouflage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's exactly
Very good.
It worked against the predator.
That's,
It works
that's
here.
gotta be the
Yeah,
title.
right.
The title.
Camouflage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
camouflage
You're
is
right.
the title of the episode. Okay.
Ooh.
Write it down, Dave. Don't forget the genius. All right. Yeah, they seem very excited until you get to the hangar. And...
I
Oh,
open the door much wider to make sure that I've got room and that your ship has room, Road. And I park farther than usual from the shuttle.
yeah, I would too. They open the door like, what am I? What happened? Is the ship damaged?
Not at all. I will be happy to bring your luggage up later.
Yes. Let's get out of here. Oh my goodness.
Actually, I'll leave most of it loaded. Like, I'll just,
Grab
we've got hours left until we're dropping them off anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They flee. They go as quickly as possible and then back to their rooms to.
I step out of Trini. My helmet is disengaged, and when I kind of catch the spell, and your vents like just draining the scent out. I turn to you, Lawrence, and I go, "Was this your idea?"
No, but it was quite effective.
In more ways than one.
Certainly not the first time I've had to hide in a sewer.
Alrighty then.
Incredible.
I'm
You
gonna
are just
go.
the predator. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go grab my water line to hose a few things out into space, and
I think that's a brilliant idea.
because this is also my shower, so like
Oh, God.
I cannot feel clean
Yeah.
with this here.
No.
I'll like find a deck squeegee or just get started.
Maybe the robots come along and like start
Yeah.
It's that little robot
Yeah.
from Wall-E.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's probably a little like light that goes off. It's like
Yeah.
contaminated cargo
Contaminants,
bay.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Little things pop.
You guys all actually just hear, I'm getting some sort of flashing light up here on the bridge. Is something wrong?
No, we have it under control.
Wonderful.
Just stay up there for a while.
Well, I'm keeping the drinks cold.
And I'll send a signal. I'll open a channel to the bridge and I'll say, "Hey, Nolvath, how are you doing up there?"
We are good. Tavrock is very excited about using the laser, so once the Hiskesians have left the system, we are going to let them shoot one of the asteroids.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. If you want to give our little friend another treat, you can have him engage the thrusters. We're good to move.
Oh,
Oh.
Road, you don't want to.
I've done
engage the
enough ships
thrusters?
today.
Okay.
Just make sure Tavrock doesn't overdo it.
He says while holding a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I've done enough ship today.
It's just beach.
It's
just
Listen,
beach.
He's just dead, okay?
Perfect. Yeah, so you go up there. Like, Tavrock Shetty.
Thrusters first.
Glowy colors. Really excited. Flashing.
Good job.
Feeling a ship
Yeah,
lurch.
the whole ship goes
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
moving.
I'll make some aiming calculations real quick to aim the laser at like an asteroid that's not near anything that's gonna get damaged. Now Tavrock. Yet.
The moment that Tavrock's claw pushes the button, Road preemptively winces.
Yeah.
I don't think that the ship is small enough to lurch under a laser cannon, but it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. When Tavrock hits the buttons,
Mhm.
a couple things that have never lit up before start lighting up a little bit.
Oh,
Mm.
Just on the console.
interesting.
Is it supposed to do that?
Yes, we believe so.
All right.
Tavrock's like, shiny colors, pretty colors. Like, they don't seem to know what it means.
No,
Uh,
interesting. I'll kind of like take note of it and like we're gonna have to experiment with that laser later.
Laser.
Laser later.
Later.
Road, would you also care to blow something up?
Again, enough shit.
Fair enough.
He pushed like 3 buttons on this bridge, okay? That is way too many buttons for him.
We do have some questions for you, if you don't mind, though.
About what?
Well, you are always saying that you're the 17th son, and we have questions about how families work.
Oh, wouldn't I love to know? You see, I have parents. I've met my mother 3 times, I think. 4-ish? Something like that.
4 times.
But for the most part, my family is vast. My parents are hundreds of years older than me, so...
Same.
Well then, you have a family.
It is different, though.
Not so. Your parents are hundreds of years older than you, and you seem to not understand family structure.
Well, we believe that it is different when you can feel and hear and think all of the same things at the same time. It must be different having a vast number of people related to you that you cannot sense their thoughts.
I don't think I want to sense my family's thoughts, if you must know. You see, my mother, the great high matron of my family, has high aspirations, and we serve those. Or did, I guess. At any rate, my siblings are profitable and wonderful, and I was... Well, you don't have the 17th normally on accident.
Is there a particular purpose to the 17th?
It was a long life, and I think my parents just stopped planning.
Oh. Interesting.
I didn't have a job when I was born, and everyone else in my family has one. That's how families work to me. You have a job, you have a thing that you were born to do.
But you get to make your own.
After rejecting the one that I was given.
Kind of like our passengers.
Yes, but theirs is trees.
Yes, but they also seem to come from a family system that they do not want.
Which is why it's why I'm at least somewhat interested in the outcome of their endeavor. And now I'm financially interested on top of that, which is, I think, the only way to actually be interested in anything.
We prefer to be interested in things simply for the knowledge of them, but money is also good.
Money keeps me safe. Keeps you safe. Keeps Tavrock safe. I like money.
We don't disagree. We do find it strange, though, that so many species seem to have this innate conflict built into the family structure.
I find that my lovely Pyronan people build discourse into their family structure for fun. I think we disagree from the moment that we're born.
I can see why we do not do this. It is difficult to disagree when you have the same thoughts.
I don't think I'd want that.
Strangely, we may have a choice whether we get that or not.
Do you want it?
We thought we did.
Breaking free was the best thing I ever did in my entire life. And it took me too long. I wouldn't want you to make the same mistake.
Breaking free was done for us.
But now you have the choice.
We had never considered that before. Thank you, Rode.
And he throws back the rest of his goblet boy.
Nice, Reagan.
Ooh.
All right.
Are you still helping me clean up in the hangar?
Absolutely.
Okay. After we've gotten the bulk of the stuff cleaned up and jettisoned, my helmet, opens up, and I'm gonna turn to you and say, "Whew, oh boy, we found ourselves pretty deep in there, didn't we, Lawrence?"
We did, but the passengers all survived.
Yeah, I suppose we kept our hides too.
I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to do a lot of fancy flying out there.
Fancy flying is a last resort. I enjoy doing it when I have to, but I only do it when I have to.
Oh, I understand.
Now, earlier today on the bridge, you reacted like that distinct possibility we were not, we've been trying to stave off of, your people catching up to us. You remarked that was you reacted like that could have been what was happening.
It's the source of most of my anxiety.
Yeah, well, I think for a moment there, all of us felt that anxiety. But that does lead me to ask, Lawrence, what happens when they catch up to us? If they catch up to us.
I would say that my chances of peaceful reunification are very slim. I will likely be taken for questioning. We are not known for our gentle conversations. At best, I would hope, if this occurs, that the rest of you might escape. If I find a way to distract them long enough. But they would likely not so gently interrogate you all as well, on the off chance that I've told you something.
I linger on that, but really, like, my thoughts kind of trace back to when you said, hopefully, like, we'd be able to escape if we distracted them, and that reassures me. And that's kind of enough. So, I'll start coiling up my hose, and I'll say, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. At least not anytime soon, not before we are prepared to deal with it.
Indeed.
In the meanwhile, why don't we hit the galley? I'm starving, and I found a clutch of eggs. Not those eggs, other eggs.
Oh. Well, certainly. I would love to try them.
All right, wonderful, wonderful.
I would say, yesterday, I was not prepared for the effects of that poison that we served to the guests. I may have spoken a bit more than I should have, and I apologize. If there was anything that I talked about that causes you discomfort, I will endeavor to make it up to you.
Lawrence, I don't know how used to how used to imbibing spirits you are, but generally, the consequences come a little further down the line. All I can do right now, all we can do right now is hope for the best, and hope that anything you said just flew over their heads or is so far removed from their world, which I get the feeling it might, that we don't have to worry about it.
I'm less concerned about them and more concerned about you.
I say we've flown for quite a bit now on this big thing, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
You have put my mind at ease today.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, I would love to try these eggs.
All right. And
didn't know
I
that
put
was
out a fist.
category of food I should try.
I put out a fist, and if you don't know what to do with
I
it,
probably do like
Oh God.
close enough. Let's go.
And there's absolutely, like, we didn't do a completely thorough job.
No.
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
No. When
yeah.
Road
Like a
eventually,
detailing.
yeah. When Road eventually gets to the ship, he's
Still in the
gonna
nooks
smell
and
it.
crannies. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks okay, though.
Even better.
It's just that undetectable, like when something bad smelling has been in your car for a while on a hot
Yeah.
summer day.
The
The
and
tread of
then,
your shoe.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
every day for the next 2 years, you get in the car and get that little whiff before the
Yeah.
air
Yeah.
circulation starts up.
Whenever you start burning the engines.
Yeah.
Oh boy. May have to move my shower.
Oh, rough.
Find another room. All right.
Go fly through some clouds a few times. It'll all wash
Or
off.
yeah.
I think we're gonna pause there tonight. I know we're a little early. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to? I know we're gonna do our personal directives in just a second, but did anyone else have anything they wanted to do tonight? No. As far as characters, okay. I think it'll be great to start next session with you dropping them off on the planet and seeing the planet.
Sure.
I think that'll be a fun place to go. And I don't want to try and cram that into
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like
yeah.
30
Sure.
minutes or like
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
in the middle there. So, awesome. Okay. Then let's go ahead and go around. Thank you for watching.
Session.
Personal directive?
Personal
Oh, yeah,
directive.
yeah.
I literally just said it and I already am like, forgot. Okay. Personal directives. Who met their personal directives that we set? Okay. All right. Let's share what they. Oh, everybody did. Good job. See, this is like the design intent. So let's start over here with Dave. What was your personal directive?
I wrote down that I'd try and deal with the fallout of loose lips sink ships
Okay.
from last night. Just
Nice.
yeah, I know that I said some creepy things.
So you get to choose, since you met it, you get to choose whatever is appropriate. You clear a condition, mark XP, or earn 1 trust. And then you set a new personal directive for next session. I'm not going to read that out for everybody, but I'm reading it out for you since you're the first one.
I think I'm going to take a trust.
Okay.
Back full?
No.
Oh.
No. Jonas.
Okay. My personal directive was to confront Lawrence about our safety.
Oh.
Oh, well.
And considering, like, I didn't even have to ask. You said that you would try to. You said you'd put yourself out there before, to give us a chance, and now it's good enough for me. So again, that reassures me that you're at least not going to throw us under the bus.
That's for now.
For now, yeah.
Road.
And I'll choose an XP for that.
Okay,
Brings
perfect.
me to my first advancement.
Yeah. Rhodes was to share a drink with Jonas.
Nice.
Hey, it was a quick drink, but
But
yeah,
it did happen.
But it did happen.
I'm going to take an XP for it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And Nolvath.
Nolvath, always ask awkward questions.
Yeah, love it.
Talk to Road about what families are.
So good.
Because
Okay.
they've been seeing all this, like, discord between people's families and stuff, and they're like, is this a thing I want?
Oh.
Nice.
Don't let Road define what families are. If you haven't noticed.
No, you should absolutely have that happen. Like
Wretched.
So good. Best story ever. All right, very good. So make sure you write down personal directives for next session. We won't review them at the top of the next game, but hopefully with all your help, I'll remember to do them at the end of the next session. Like I almost forgot just now. Yeah. All right. I'm so excited to see Nolvath with like a whole big crab family.
Crab
Like,
family.
Oh.
I mean, maybe not, but this is my picture. That's what I picture in my head. All right. Thank you all. Now I'm really ending. Now, thank you all for watching session 4 of Outrunners, a Starscape actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. I'd like to thank our chat mod, James V, for all his hard work. Thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent. It's because of you that we get to play games we enjoy without worrying about sponsorships or ads or any of that stuff. You can join the heroic ranks at happyjacks.org/Patreon. If you'd like to support this game, Starscape, it's actually going to be kickstarting very soon. If you go to goldenlassogames.com/Kickstarter, you can follow the Kickstarter page right now. It will be going live the end of June 2024. So if you're in the future, hopefully it's already funded and you can get it. And at goldenlassogames.com. And if you aren't in the future, if you're us right now, go to that page and help us have a great launch day. It'll be exciting. All right, let's go around and let's start with Jonas/Jay this time.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Jay, and I played Jonas, who is very excited that he finally got to take his baby out for a spin. Let's see. You can find me online at Transplantation on Instagram, at JAfrica everywhere else. Catch me at the Hero Workshop this Saturday, where I'm going to be DMing for our Game Nights event, our D&D games for adults. And also catch me at the LA Public Library on June 22nd, when I'll be running Fate for the Octavia Butler Parables, the convening event over there.
Amazing. Why don't we go this way?
Hello.
Are you busy with stuff? Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure I have all the right information, which is always kind of sketchy for me, but I think I've got it. Hi everybody, I'm Kai. You can find me all over the internet as Estella Vin Ladris. You can find me back here playing more Road, who totally knows how families work, in a week. But between here and there and a few other things, you can find me on Wednesday. I will be GMing a charity one-shot of The Wild Sea over on Just the Humans channel benefiting Trans Lifeline. I'm so excited. This will be my second time GMing in like under a month, which is wild on stream. I GM all the time off stream, but on stream I don't do that very often. So I'm very excited. It's going to be really fun. And then you can find me... Oh, I think that's my only game for this week. Yeah, wow, wild. And then, I know, strange. I'm doing a bunch of offline things that you'll see more about soon, and come check out the we're starting a series. We filmed some backstory episodes for Transplant RPG for our characters, so we're dropping the first 2 this week, and the other 2 are very, very soon thereafter. The ones this week are not my lovely sad cowboy, but the other 2 are going to be equally wonderful. I'm super excited to see them on Wednesday. They run at the same time as my other show, but you should watch them anyways. And I think that's all. Sam?
That's still a lot of things.
That's so many things.
That's like nothing for
I
me.
know.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I have a lot less things to tell you than that, but you should still listen because they're interesting. I've been Nolvath, your friendly neighborhood creature in the walls and/or ceiling. You can find me on the internets at Red Pandroid on most of the socials. And back here doing weird alien things on Monday. Aside from that, you should go and check out my good friend who is definitely not me, Wink, their book. If you are over the age of 18 and you like monsters and romance and spooky things, a little bit of cozy vibes, you should check it out. It's called Shadows Light. It's available on Amazon ebook and paperback right now. And I have heard a rumor that Sylvie Hellstaff, the lovely author, is finished with the first draft of the sequel.
Good for Sylvie.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So that's going to be coming out hope maybe in Pride Month, maybe not. But it is longer. It's bigger. It's gayer. It's got more monsters, more magic, more of everything.
Woo.
So stay tuned.
Excellent.
Aha! It's me again.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm CADave. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet as CA Sith Lord. I will not be streaming Dave the Diver tomorrow because I have a real life thing to go see, which is weird. But I'm going to try and do a makeup stream sometime later in the week. I specifically have friends that it's how they entertain their kids during dinner on Tuesday nights now.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm
Just
like,
put you on.
yeah, they're just like it's a little weird, but okay, yeah, it's a PG stream, it's all good. But excited to get back into doing some trucking again, also, especially as there's a Star Trucker game that's coming out that it looks like friend of the show Jason is also going to do some streaming on, and we might do some
Nice.
competitions trucking
Okay.
back and forth. It could be fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, I shall be here.
Super cool. Funny story. We've been showing my 4-year-old pictures of Disneyland to start maybe prepping to take her this summer. Every time she sees someone with like a very busy Hawaiian type shirt, she's like, "It's James!" Every single picture. It's like, no, Dave is at Disneyland a lot. Not that much.
You live there.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
100%.
Very funny. Hi, my name is Kimi, she, her. I am the GM of this game. I run the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Most of it, kind of, I herd the cats is really what I do. They do the work.
Sure.
I just make sure they all kind of head the same direction and show up on almost time. And I also own Golden Lasso Games, which I do run, like really run that. And then they are making, I'm the only
Okay.
person. I speak in the royal we when I speak of my company because it makes me sound more official, but it's really just me. It's me by myself. Me, myself, and I. We are making this game. If you want to support it, go to goldenlassogames.com/Kickstarter. If you want to go to goldenlassogames.com/Starscape to see more information about it and see different things. We're hoping to drop the quick starts, hopefully right before the Kickstarter campaign goes live. We're like doing all the layout and stuff right now. It's very exciting. Yeah, so it's wild and exciting. And last time I checked, we were at 459 followers of the launch page. So go be 460, or hopefully way past that by the time you hear this and listen to it.
What's the next target?
And what's the next ship?
The next ship is Farscape, and that's
yeah.
at 500.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
very
close.
good. Yeah, so close. And Farscape's like super close to my heart. I'm doing pre-gens of famous crews. So we did Firefly is getting released. The TNG crew is being released. Farscape is next. After that, it's Battlestar Galactica. And then after that is like the original series Star Trek crew. And then after that, maybe I'll come up with other ones. There's a bunch of them. Babylon 5. This does Babylon 5 very well too.
Babylon.
Me too. It's so good. Anyway, you can follow me at Golden Lasso Girl on everywhere, or Golden Lasso Games everywhere except Twitter, which is Golden Lasso RPGs because they don't have enough letters. And yeah, all right. Thank you all so much. We will see you next week, Monday nights, 7 p.m.-ish Pacific time here, for the next part of this adventure. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, folks.